Now it's time to move the CNC. This video is for you, Gus. More on that later. So I've commenced with the movement of the CNC machine from its old home to its new home. Show you that in a second. This is going to become wood storage, a bin, which will take up a lot less space than this other thing did. Anyhow, so the CNC machine has been dislodged from its table. All the supporting electronics are all over here, ready to go in its new location, which is here. Here's the original desk thingy we got off of Craigslist or something like that. I forget where, Marketplace, to put the CNC machine on temporarily 2 years ago. It's got some drawers that holds bits and hold downs and whatever. It's a little bit long. That's okay. So I'm building a new cabinet for it, which will have built-in dust collection. It had built-in dust collection over here, but I'm going to do a change up. I'll show you that in a minute. I took all the switches and electrical parts out of the old sanding station that I made, which is going away. This will become the new sanding station because it's going to be on wheels and portable. And I'll have a switch on it, so you throw the switch one way and all the dust collection is operated by the CNC computer. Throw the switch the other way, it just turns on the dust collector or the shop vac that's connected to it, and you have a hose and you can go do your sanding wherever you want. Nice long flexible hose which I'll coil up in the front. So that is its location. It's going to sit here. Now I'll show you what I'm going to do for dust collection. And here's where Gus comes into the picture. Hope you're watching this, Gus. This is a mullet. Yeah, you heard me right. It's a mullet. It says right there. It's a mullet. It's a rotor-molded cyclone dust collector with greater efficiency than most. Now, you don't have to believe me. Go look at some of the reviews of this thing online. It's pretty amazing. I know a little bit about fluid mechanics, so I kind of looked at it. It's different. Works pretty good. Anyhow, Gus is the owner, operator, whatever the company that makes these things. Now, they're a little pricey. You're going to spend, I bought this at a woodworking show, so I got a break on the price. But they're about $250. But they are really, really efficient. And it's got a nice little window here, a little window that you remove. Yeah, you take this off to dump it. I'm building this thing so you can just pull this out when you need to dump it. And the shop vac is right here that's going to be connected to it. As I go along in this video, you'll see how this thing connects and how it works. And once I get it set up over there, that's going to be the home for the CNC machine in this. But like I said, it's on wheels, so if you need to sand something over on that workbench there, you can roll it over there and sand and pick up the dust. Or we'll just get the nice long Rockler go anywhere hose and put it over there, and you can just sand anywhere you want in the shop. So that's it. I'm finally getting the CNC moved, getting its new dust collection built. Let's move on with that. I have manufactured, put together a new stand for the CNC. This is it. It looks a little wobbly, but that's okay. This is the back, and there'll be a web here, half-inch or quarter-inch plywood, and a web here, I believe, and that'll stabilize it either direction. And this is not attached yet. The top is not. But back to the mullet for a second. Let me show you some of the neat things about it, and something that I don't need to use. The way the mullet works is you have this T that goes into your dust collector, your shop vac, and it tees directly into this pipe that goes direct into the top of the cyclone. Now this is not a T, it's an elbow. It just, when you connect it top and bottom so it's nice and stable, and the way you get this to sit exactly where you want it is there's a label right here on the T and the arrow mark here, and you take this sticky label and you stick it on your pipe right there, and that tells you where you're going to cut it off so it fits back into this T, and now the airflow goes out and up and into here. It just comes out of here, down and into here through this elbow. That's the simple explanation of how you get it all connected. There's some other things going on here too. Like I said earlier, this is roto-molded. This is all one piece. There's no seams. These connectors that come with it are kind of universal. They've got varying sizes on the inside and on where they connect here, like here, and they got clip points depending on what kind of hose you're using. And this is designed to fit directly in there tightly, and you screw it down tight so it doesn't slide out. Now, when I say rotomolded, I mean this is rotomolded. It's all one unit. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but they fill a mold full of the plastic and they just rotate it around randomly, kind of, and it coats the inside of the mold, and this is what you wind up with. Now, this comes with the inserts molded into it for wheels, and it comes with a really kind of nice set of casters, which I don't need because it's going to sit inside here. All I have to do is put two little brackets underneath it on either side here, and here, so that it's stable. It doesn't rock back and forth. And this is going to come out. This is the back. This is the front. This is going to come out with a flexible hose to the top of the CNC machine, where the dust collector for the CNC machine is. So that's where I am right now. So next thing to do is make the base for this so it fits. Cut this, hook it up, and connect this. Put it over there. You get the picture. Oh, there it is, installed. Well, kind of installed. Now you can see how this actually works. So the draw is into the shop vac. There's like that elbow here, straight up and out of the top of the cyclone. I said this is the back. That's going to be the front. So that's ready to go. And if I ever need to, when I need to empty the mullet, since none of this is fastened down, all I have to do is just pull it off of this connector here. There we go. Off this connector here, and then pull it out, and then I can clean it. So now let's put the wheels on this, fasten the top, put the webs on it, and get the CNC in place. Now it's going to be a lot of fun because I got to get that old desk out of here. Finished, CNC in place, dust collection in place, but nothing's hooked up. All the electronics are still over here. I got to get that new hose from Rockler so I can have much more flexible line. I was using dust collection hose for this, which is kind of stiff. So I need to get some the more flexible 2-inch line to go from here, which is the dust collection port for the CNC machine, down to the top of the cyclone for picking up the dust. It's going to sit right in here when in storage. It fits very nicely, as a matter of fact. I'll put a splash shield up here, splash guard, because water and MDF, the spoil board is MDF. Water and MDF don't get along very well. Now, as far as the sanding is concerned, we've kind of decided we're going to leave the machine here and disconnect the hose, and then reconnect a hose for sanding. One of the Rockler has these hoses that go anywhere in your shop, and we'll do that. The switch will be right about here to control CNC or sanding for the dust collection. You flip it this way and it switches to the CNC electronics, which then turns on the dust collection system when you turn on the CNC. Flip the switch the other way, it just turns on the shop vac and turns it into just a basic sanding dust collector system. If we need to, when we want to set it up and use it, we can pull it out, and now we can work all the way around the machine, setting it up and putting my work pieces on there or whatever, and then put it back when we're done. We're going to end this video here because I'll do a separate video of building and connecting all the electronics and the switch system for the dust collection. I also have to build 2 drawers here, hanging drawers, for the bits, CNC bits, the collets, and the hold downs. We have disposable hold downs I make on a regular basis to hold our work pieces in place, because hold downs sometimes get hit by the cutter if you make a mistake. Try to be very careful. But anyway, there it is. Yay! A CNC machine. Now, where this used to be over here is going to be that bin I was talking about that I'm going to build to house all that wood. And the thing is, once I get this bin built, which is going to go from the lathe to that cabinet right there, and it's going to be about 2 feet deep, tiered, all the spurious wood you see lying around here can go in the bin and get out of the way. That way I can start clearing up this corner, making things neater here, and then get the grinding bench done. Now once the grinding bench is done, for all intents and purposes, the shop is finished. At that point, once I'm happy with it and we can start building projects in here again, I will do a complete shop tour in detail of what we've done and how it's working. I know people who are following this adventure will not need to see a shop tour, but for those who come on my page or my channel randomly because it says shop tour, they'll be able to see what went on. There'll be before and after video, before and after pictures in that shop tour, so it can get a more appreciation of the work we did here. So, with that said, and moving on to this project over here in the next video, make great things out of wood.